What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we got the Monster XMAXX here with Monster Claw Losi LMT tires here. Do need a special lug nuts to put these babies on, and a lot of filing, grinding, and cutting on these wheels to fit them on. But anyways, we got a leaking shock. We're gonna take the shock apart, and you guys gonna see leaking shock. It's on the right rear here. Two bolts, sliding pins come off, and I'm sure you guys know how to do that. But we got a whole kit over here. This kit has everything needed. You can fix two shocks with it. This is completely what you need, everything that you need here to rebuild the shock. So we got a whole bunch of stuff. So let's take it up close and personal look of this stuff here. And then you guys get the point. But let me remove the shock as well so you guys can see a leaking shock here. Anyways, let's take a look. This XMAXX shock here, which is completely leaked out. So pretty much the leak occurred right through that little the hole right here in the center, and that's how it's supposed to be. So the seal inside here has given up. This is seal right here. So when you buy this repair kit here, it's gonna come with a set of two. Everything has to be two, so you can fix two shocks with it, not just one. There's the part number, and here's the complete instruction. And what I want to do is I want to take this shock and I want to clean it up completely, and then we will disassemble everything and repair the kit using these little washers and seals and the gaskets. Okay, and worst come to worst, you can just throw in this seal right here, but we're gonna just replace whatever is necessary needed and overhaul the whole shock. Anyways, let me go clean this up. Anyway, guys, now that you saw this complete thing, I got this held in by this wheel here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna need a cup. I'm gonna just dispose out the oil. That way you might not see that part. So once it's open, I'm gonna just dispose out the oil. But we got a couple of tools. We'll go through the tools. So what we're gonna do here is pretty much very simple. We're gonna zoom in the camera and start working on this baby. Anyways, here's our shock. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the little bolt here. This is a 2mm. So we're gonna remove this bolt here. We're gonna pull down the spring. If you want to unadjust this shock, it's all up to you. That will make it easy for you on the tension on the spring, and you can take off the shock collar just like that. And tried my best cleaning this thing, but it's not so easy. So there's a shock collar. Shock collar comes off. Keep your bolt with the shock collar. Spring, you can inspect the spring at this moment if you like. There's your spring. And at this point, what you want to do is you are gonna need an oil. This truck comes with 30 all around, but I am gonna go a little bit thicker. We got 60 here. And the reason is this truck, I don't want that force anymore. It just goes down so easy, even though you need it for the wheelies, but it is what it is. But anyways, we got a whole bunch of dirt there. So this thing, I try to clean this thing the best as I could, and that way we don't have a lot of dirt. So pretty much what you want to do here is, let me just clean this. If you push this shock in and out, you can feel that this shock is, the rod is not bent. Okay, you do want to inspect that. So that's one thing you do want to inspect. So let's put this tool to the side. So what you want to do here is this little dust cover here. It's like a little boot here. It just comes down. If you use a flathead, it would work pretty good. Even this scissor should do it for me. I don't want to just damage anything. So all I'm doing is it's just a boot cover here, and dust cover you want to call it. And this thing just simply comes off just like that. Okay, video might be long, but it's good. It's worth it. The knowledge is worth it. So anyways, we are pretty much good here. Okay, so next step here is what is the next step? It's time for us to remove the top here and dispose all the oil. We are going to have to take off the top anyway, because the seal that's leaking for me is the seal that's leaking, this little fly here. So this hole is straight, and this thing is just hand tight, okay, hand tight. So I could just simply change this seal and get away with it, okay. This little boot here, this damper here is broken, usually from hard impact or somehow, some way, this thing just breaks. As you can see right there, it's just broken right there from the edge right there. So that seal is gone. So we have oil in there, and it's not even a lot of oil inside there. And so that's another thing. It's pretty much empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go dispose this oil, and I'll be right back and give it a moment to rinse it out. Anyways, back guys. Also, you could take a look at the condition of the oil inside. Anyways, got me a whole bunch of rags. It's gonna get messy here. That's fine. That's what we want. Anyways, we got instructional manual here. Another thing you want to do here is if you push in and out on this, if you feel any stiffness, your rod is bent. And also doing this, the cylinder inside here is gonna let you know if there's any restrictions on this cylinder sleeve here, the shock cylinder here. Since we don't feel anything, we're good to go, okay? So what I want to do a little bit for going further from here is I'm going to use this as like a towel so I can absorb all the oil. Got me this big wrench. You're looking at probably like a 22 millimeter or 21 millimeter here. Something that will fit and turn this for you. Let me see. There you go. Should be like hand tight, nothing crazy. So in here we got a few seals. Let me just try to take it apart as much as I can here. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? It's better if I turn the cylinder from top. I'll be able to get this guy in there. There you go. That's more like it. And pretty much you can see the blue seal right down here. Okay. Blue O-ring here. See it in there. So there you go. Cylinder feels really nice, okay? This piston feels really nice. Let's clean this off a bit. We're going to put this to sit just like that, stand just like that, so all the stuff can just get the hell out of there. So, there is nothing wrong with this, my lower seal, or there's a seal inside here. So, how are we going to take that out? We got a little retainer here that looks something like this. It's going to come with your kit. This is what it looked like. We're going to simply just push that. So, I need to take anything that can help you push it out. So, you're going to have to push one end here. So, we need something fine. Okay, this is not fine enough. So if we're able to push that little guy from right there, our retainer here should start to come out. There you go. And I have my little needle nose here, which is gone. It's not here no more. So that's what I needed at the moment right now. And I might just go get it. But let's see if I can fish it out a little bit more further. And that's the farthest it's gonna go, but I am gonna have to go get that little needle nose, a tweezer, anything will work. So we'll be right back. Okay, from here on, I guess you guys can see everything here. Doesn't need to be too much zoomed in. Anyway, we got the shock out, we got the cylinder out, so we got pretty much both of these pieces out of there. And what we're gonna do here is this little guy that I just showed you, so I'm gonna grab this little guy and I am gonna pull it out. Okay, this is what it looked like right here. Gonna push this to the side. So my seal here, like I said, is not damaged. There's no leak here. There's no leak here. Just from the top hole here, it was just shooting out from right here. So the seal was busted, the big one, the damper on the top. So once that is out, we should be able to push out this little guy inside here. But prior to that, we need to remove this nut on the top. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna need a tool that's gonna fit here. Just grab the bottom and turn this baby, turn. Keep everything in order. So you got this nut. I am gonna be using, there's a small little washer, so pay attention to that washer, okay? I am gonna be reusing the, you know what, we're gonna change the nut. I didn't want her to use it, but we're gonna change it. Anyways, in here, if you push this out, let's see if I can get it out. There you go. We got this little spacer here. We got a seal here, okay? This seal looked like it took a beating a bit, kinda, but not sure about it. And but it's like an oval in one direction, okay? That might be from the force that it's been absorbing. And this guy comes off, and then this little guy, you don't have a new one, so we're gonna reuse the same old one, the boot dust cover in the bottom. So at this point, cleaning would be a really good idea. If you want to take it to the cleaner, you can do so. Clean it out with the solvent, whatever you want to do, soapy water. So reverse procedure here is we're gonna be using this new bottom part of this cylinder here. So this baby goes right in just like that, and it's perfect. Then your seal goes in. What I would recommend here is take a little bit of oil. Let's see if my bottle's open here. I think this is the first time I'm opening this bottle. It might have a seal. Okay, yep, it got a little sealer here, which is good. Okay, and what we're gonna do here is let's put this cover back on. Take a little bit of oil, put on your fingertips, and just submerge this, the inside of the bore and everything, so the seal can just sit flush. That goes in, and then remember this little guy, the direction it went was pretty much like that, and this goes in. Okay, it's only gonna go one way. It's not gonna fit, other than if you put it wrong, it's not gonna fit. It's not gonna align. Okay, it's not gonna align with the little hole right there, so you can't go wrong. After that, you're pretty much gonna take your little guy right here. Doesn't matter which side you put it, it fits same way, both direction. You just take this little clip here, and it's gonna push your cylinder, this little guy right here that we took. This is, like I said, there's two of them in the bag, so you can fix two shocks. You're gonna just push this flush so it's past the threads. Okay, pretty much it's a done deal here. Okay, and now you can move your try to move the rod, the shock rod shaft up and down. So from here on, we're gonna take this washer, and again, pay attention to things. So this little guy is the same both sides, and I do see like a little oval here. Okay, yeah, in the bottom there's like a little circlish part here that's facing down, but it doesn't matter. This goes on. We're gonna take a new nut. We're gonna put the new nut on. So very simple procedure, okay? And we're gonna lock this baby down. You can feel the stiffness on that bolt, okay? On that nut, and it holds right in. There should be no movement here, like click, clack, clack, but it will turn. That's fine. If you took this shock apart a few times and you kept on taking that nut off, that means that the little black plastic at the tip of the nut is called it's a nut locker. It locks it. It pretty much grabs it. Okay, you don't need a thread lock here. Okay, so just make sure it's nice and tight. You're all done here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of oil. Don't worry about the oil getting this shock messed up, like dirty or like all oiled up. It's good to have oil in places that's gonna make contact with the seal. So pretty much the cylinder looks good. Cylinder is not bent. Like I told you, when we pushed this cylinder in and out, it was pretty good. So this thing you should feel the stiffness in here. Oh, there you go. That cylinder wall is nice. So we're gonna just take this little guy and we're gonna lock it up. It's a reverse procedure from here. So this shock's been leaking for a while. So we at the point where that blue seal is about to go in. This is where you need to observe. Okay, that's why we needed a lubrication. You put a lot of oil on it, and you shouldn't feel that seal getting pinched, squeezed, twisted, turned with the cylinder. It should just fit right in. You should be able to get this thing all the way to the bottom by hand. Okay, it's pretty much locked in, and all I want to do is just put my wrench here and just lock that up. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, perfect. It's perfect. So what we're gonna do here is let me just clean this up a bit right here so there's nothing here. Okay, what we want to do here is now we're gonna take this silicone oil, we're gonna fill this shock up. And after that, what you want to do here is you want to push down the cylinder. It's going to take all the fluid in. You want to push up, down. You're going to hear that noise. You're going to see a lot of bubbles. So even if you can give it like a couple of hours, just let it sit there. Let it just sit there. And once you see it to the top, camera not going to see it, but you're probably going to see a lot of bubbles here, okay? All the way up and down, up and down. So it's very important that you keep your shock oil nice and good. Service it after, this truck is about, I have it for about 3 years, so it needs oil change regardless. So this feels really tough and nice, and there's a lot of air bubbles. So one thing I want to explain to you guys is I'm gonna top off the fluid. When I close my shock up, I like to push this all the way down, okay? We still gotta put that dust boot, so I should have done that before, but it's fine. Whenever we do it, it's good. And I could just do it right now. Anyways, I like to let it bleed out. So I see like this tiny bubbles, but give it a moment. And once you see that it's good, you want to take the new seal here. You're gonna see it, just the fluid is probably gonna just try to shoot some of it out. And all I had it was up to probably like 3 threads down, and that's where the level was at. So a few more times, up and down, up and down. Okay, so there should be no movement on this boot here, and there should be fluid. What I want to do is I want to put a little bit more. I just want to see some fluid come out of this boot cover here. There it is. That way I know there's no air, anything like that. So when I'm doing this, pushing this up and down, this boot here, the seal here should not move out of the place. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to simply take out this cover here. It's very important to put, again, a little bit of oil on top here, okay? Because when this come down to, you're going to see some fluid come out anyway probably. But when it makes that, it touches the bottom of this cap here, it shouldn't get pinched, shrinked. It should sit in there smoothly. The curved edge here goes into the center of that, so it needs to meet properly. So pretty much this is a done deal here. And the top, all you need to do is when you're turning this, you might start to see some fluid come out through here. That's fine if it happens. And if you observe it and you get everything in there like it's supposed to, you see that little bit of fluid coming out, that's fine. Wipe it down. Okay, let's get our tissue here. So as you turn, more fluid is gonna come out. That's normal, okay? But it shouldn't come down too much. Like it shouldn't, once it's set, nothing should be coming out of there. That's it, hand tight, bada bing, bada boom. If you go too hard, you might damage that seal. Anyway, this is done deal, and made a mistake here. So we had a boot and a boot, so I'm gonna just cut this off here because I guess it comes with the new boat. I didn't even realize that, so I'll just cut this piece off. That's fine, or I could just take it off, but I don't need it. I'm gonna just break it off. There you go. Everyone makes a mistake. Anyways, now we got 2 boots. We can even leave that on. That'd be extra absorbing for this guy, but it might damage things. Anyways, what I want to do here is let's take out our scissor here. I didn't even realize that. I thought that thing did not have a boot, dust cover boot on to this little guy here. So they give you that with it. That's a plus. That's good. Getting free stuff. Anyways, we're gonna put the spring on, and we're gonna put the spring collar here on. And don't hurt yourself, so go easy on it. And once it sits flush, it sits proper, the spring is just gonna push it to where it belongs. You're gonna take your one bolt here that goes here, and you're gonna bada bing, bada boom, finish up the job. So you will be seeing me change oil on this truck, but it's just 2 bolts and 2 rods, one on the top, one on the bottom. And the bolts, top one is bigger, smaller one, bottom one is smaller. Even the rod that goes through here is smaller in the bottom and bigger on the top. So just 2 screws. I got videos on how to remove that stuff, so check that out. Anyways, we have successfully built this shock with 60 oil. Okay, that's what we wanted. I'm not looking to do wheelies with this guy. I did win a race. I did win a championship with it, and it's gonna go back in there in action one more time. Thank you for watching my video, guys. See you guys on the next one. If you guys have any question, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and leave me a comment if you do have a question. Anyways, bada bing, bada boom. Thank you for watching.